Dear viewers, thank you very much for play this video. I have appeared in front of you again today. Now you are in right place. Today I will present a motivational video for beginners. My topic today is about GIMP action infrastructure improvement and basic concepts of animation. Watch this video carefully and you will benefit even a little bit. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Channel subscription is very important for me. Gym infrastructure. Our last big work was to port how actions are handled, which is GTK vocabulary means shortcuts, their mechanism, but also how menus are handled and how generic widgets can be quickly assigned shared action code. Starting from GTK plus 3 actions moved to GLIB while launching a lot of features. Everything users facing basically description, icons, and so on, or broken apart, the concepts of shortcut itself stayed in GTK. Therefore, we had to re-implement the whole thing as a wrapper around called obviously GIMP action because for us these user-facing features are major parts of what makes an action, especially as we do a lot of GUI and code generation. So things like labels or icons are not to be associated to a widget, be it a button, a menu item, or anything else, but to the action assigned to these widgets for easy and generic reuse. We also had to wrap a bunch of other widgets such as our own menus, mostly because menus generated from menu models don't have tooltips anymore in GTK plus 3, yet we make extensive use of tooltips and menu models. GIMP menu model 1, our own toolbar and menu bar, and more. It took me about 2 months to finish while also having to take care of other code, maintenance, and usual bug fixes. Boring and exhausting, but this is now done. It also gives us a whole new world of possibilities as we added new concepts which we wanted for a long time, such as the ability to associate a short and long label to an action. Example, when it's used in a contextual interface such as a menu versus when it's used without context such as the action search. It is also the path for planned future improvements for a future customizable toolbar. We still have a bit more work to do to get our new menu and action code exactly how we want it, but we are in a good enough state to showcase it. It would not feel very different to most of you, and you may also find issues, but not feeling too different was the point too. Now there are much more immediate improvements which are or nothing. Multiple shortcuts per action. The new GLIB or GTK plus 3 actions make it possible to assign several shortcuts for a single action. For the time being, the shortcut dialog doesn't allow you to do so, yet we already use this ability internally for default shortcuts. For instance, number keypad keys are not the same as the ones from the number key row, so we used to create a duplicate action doing the same thing to support both, because for most people CTRL into 1 should work the same whether from keypad or top row. Now we can just assign both variants to a same action. As another example, it is now possible to support the special semantic media key such as media key copy, cut and paste, which can be found on some keyboards. An updated shortcut dialog allowing you to set your own multiple shortcuts might not come to GIMP 3.0, though hopefully not too long after. Action search improvements. Now that we have our own action wrapper, we made so that it also tracks its own menu position so that we can show this menu path in the action search dialog. This will help people who prefer menus to better find their ways. You may also notice a small manual icon in this screenshot. Clicking it will open the manual page for a given action if no help section exists for this specific action yet. You will be redirected to the action search help page. Alternatively, hitting the F1 key will open the help page of the selected action. Improved GEGL operations, GUI integration. GEGL is our image processing engine. Filters are implemented as separate modules, which we call operations, while it is released with a long list of default operations. Third-party developers can implement their own filters, hence benefiting from automatic dialog generation on canvas, leave preview, curtain preview, preset saving, previous use settings, history, and more. GEGL has been a major component since GIMP 2.10, yet we still needed specific code to place GEGL operations in menus. As for third-party filters developers, they had to either implement a bogus plugin to wrap their GEGL operation or settle for being only visible in the long list of filters shown inside the GEGL operation tool. Well, this has changed as GEGL filters now have easy access to menus in their own right, just like a plugin is to do. From now on, GIMP reads the GEGL key GIMP menu path to add an operation in menus. For instance, say that we wrote an artistic filter to stylize an image and I want it to be under the submenu filters artistic. So my operation code could contain the following code. GIMP will generate automatically the GUI according to the properties declared in your operation. Of course, you can also create your own menu folder. Say I create a bunch of filters which we use especially for our movie project. I could create a submenu or even a top level menu. You will notice the GIRIN menu in my screenshot, which is where we install our custom plugins already. We will use this a simplify core GIMP code as well, even though for now only two new GEGL filters use this feature. About GEGL operation namespaces, you may notice that I prefixed my hypothetical filter name with Jihan. This is a way to namespace your filters with a unique name and avoid clashes. If someone were to implement a filter with the same name, choose these namespace wisely, and in particular do not use GEGL or SVG namespaces, which are reserved for GEGL core operations and might even be forbidden someday to third-party operations. The second big improvement is that your custom filters will now appear in the action search whether or not you added them to a menu. It allows searching and running them very easily. If there is any mistake in my video, please comment. Any comments will make my way easier. Your valuable comments will motivate me to make new videos. Thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe my channel. See you again next tutorial.